Oh, snap. Here we go. You can see, like, enough of my ratty hair, but not, like, too much. You can't tell I just got back from the gym. Let's see. Would this be better? I'm still kind of trying to figure out what angle I want to work with this thing here. I think I like this angle the most. How do we sound? I'm just checking our sound here. Yeah, we're good. Cool. You can definitely hear my fan, but like, screw off. It's 100 degrees outside, so
This way.
don't care. Let me in, please. I don't. Yeah.
Damn. The fire's
Difficulty.
moving fast.
This game doesn't tell you what difficulty you're on whenever you're in game. I could have swore one of them did. Maybe that's Resident Evil, like
Step back.
2 remake,
We can
3
bust out with
remake,
this.
and 4 remake. One of the remakes has it. I know that for sure. Why does everyone keep dying on me?
Don't worry. And try not to breathe in the smoke.
I know. Thank you, Ethan. You're kind. I hope you're
It's okay.
People shit on Ethan so much, and it's like, dude, he was told nothing and received, like, he was told nothing and went through everything, so, like, you can't hate that guy. I feel like part of why they made him as clueless as he is because they wanted us to feel like we were Ethan instead of, like, we were playing as Ethan. Which is cool, can be cool. I'm more of a fan of, like, I enjoy playing as Leon, right? And I wouldn't ever want to feel like I am Leon. I want to feel like I am playing as Leon because he's awesome, right? But even, like, they really try so hard to keep Ethan, like even in third person, it just doesn't feel right. Because you can't see his face. So, it always feels like you don't really know the character. Like, it's kind of weird to think about, like, Ethan's death and be sad about it whenever all I see is, like, a blurred out face. You know what I mean? It just doesn't... Dead. Yes. Is she just gone now, or...?
Nothing but blood and death. Huh?
Huh. Can't even get that treasure. I just did that for fun. Well. Yes. Run for your life, Ethan.
And my daughters do so.
Okay.
Furthermore, I can show you
It's okay, everybody's gonna get a piece of this ethos.
Jesus Christ!
Ethos. Ooh,
That's right. Run for your life.
I like that. I mean, I don't like that. Oh, brother.
Very nice, Ethan.
Thank you. Hey, handsome.
Shit!
My word. You
My
truly are as
word.
strong as they say.
Where am I supposed to? Oh, yeah. I am a fraud. What is actually happening right now? Can I break this with these on my hand? You can't. It's so weird. It gives you the option, but you can't. I think you just step on it. Leon would just kick it. Hey, I'm the original Leon fan, okay? Like, I feel embarrassed that Leon's my favorite because of how many people have made it a trend. I'm the original Leon fan. Although I will say, I mean, I'm as original as like 2007 can be. I guess I'm still like new edition, but I don't know. I just like rarely be hearing people say Chris Redfield is my favorite. You know, I feel like Leon is the overwhelming majority's favorite for good reason. They created a cool character. I mean, I like Chris too, though. I wonder what everybody's like. If you're watching this after the fact, what's your favorite what's your favorite variant of each character? So, like, for example, my favorite Leon is probably... I like Infinite Darkness Leon from the Netflix series.
Welcome,
Not the bad one, the good one.
I prepared a special present for you.
Can I just buy the steak, please? Thanks.
You have 3 options. Sell things off, throw them away, or buy a bigger bag.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Scumbag. So I don't need any more ammo, right? Just don't need it. Just don't need it. Ain't gonna need it.
I suppose you'd call this a farewell to arms.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm not gonna upgrade any.
Yes, I have
Just
you.
leave it a while.
Quite some quality. I look forward to seeing the fruits of your exploration.
Shortcut should be up. There we go. Steak. Steak. Not a big fan of meat. My favorite Chris variant is probably,
Could Rose be here?
holy shit, bro, actually fixed... You know, Caden, it's funny you say that. Like, as you're typing that, I realized that I have to have my chat open to properly read stream. But it's whatever. I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't broken last time. It just coincidentally, whenever you had joined, or like the beginning of... So, something this camera does is whenever... You know how, like, certain games, whenever you open them, it'll have, like... a loading, like a PlayStation load screen for a second. It does like the little bar that goes across. Anytime that happens, it like just turns off the camera for a second. Not sure what that's about, but that doesn't happen too often. That's usually with older games, which is why it happens with Remake. I feel like my favorite Chris version is probably... I don't know. I feel like Village Chris, like 7 is really a black sheep, because, like, I could honestly see Resident Evil 7. Good, glad it's smooth, glad to know. Yeah, it looks pretty good on my end, and I'm able to actually see myself, like I'm looking at myself right now, but you can't really tell, it just kind of looks like I'm looking at the TV, so it's pretty cool. I'm able to see everything, see how everything's looking. I feel like Resident Evil 8, Chris, is... Like, okay, well, 7 is just a complete black sheep. I would almost believe, like, if you told me that... If they were, like... If they showed us Chris from Village... Or not Village, from 7, and we're just like, hey, this is a new character. Steve. I am Steve. If they're like, this is Steve, I'd be like, yeah, that's Steve. You know, because it looks nothing like Chris. And I know, like, you know, I know he's had the most character model changes out of any in the franchise, but, like, at least, like, the other ones they've tried, like, it's not too dramatic of a difference. A lot of people say the jump from Code Veronica to 5 is a big difference. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Chris is just taking, like, Trin now. It's the only difference. Which, I mean, I would, too, if I got picked up by Wesker like that and slapped across the globe. Like, just tossed. Now, horribly that would hurt your ego. It's the first thing I'm seeing. Oh, brother. Well, hell yeah, man. Taking a say Chris or is it? Dude, yeah, they didn't even, I feel like they didn't even try with, I feel like if they were like, yeah, so we created this character model and we didn't know who it was going to be yet, and then we were just kind of like, Chris, that'll work. He's got the same hair color. That's it. Like, I think, you know, if you're doing a tier list of, like, top 10 scary moments in the Resident Evil franchise, like, obviously the baby from Village has to be there. I feel like anytime Nemesis just burst into the room in the original Resident Evil 3 has to be there. But my number one spot is probably, you know, you just got done fighting Evelyn in Resident Evil 7, and you think the nightmare's over. And then this man walks up to you, takes off his mask, and says, I'm Redfield. I'm like immediately screaming stranger danger, dude. What about Mr. X breaking the camera? Forgot about that. I think it's hard, like, it's weird looking back on those, like, because back then it was scary, but it's hard to look at it from the perspective, you know, in hindsight, basically, because, like, you know, now things look so much better. It's like you try to imagine, like, yeah, I'd be scared of this probably back in the day. I don't know. But, like, yeah, that's a good one. I think, I don't know, 6 Chris is probably my favorite. 5 Chris is a little too, like, alpha male for me. And then, oh my goodness, whoa, ate that up. Yeah, 5 Chris is just a little too, like, you know, tough guy for me, but 6 is probably my favorite. Like, I really, if I'm looking at 6 and 8 Chris together, probably my favorite. Like, honestly, out of all, that's like my favorite character evolution. Yeah, like that's a good point, is like, he does start off like that, and it's like, it's a believable continuation of the character from 5. Like, well, also, we have to remember, like, you know, with Leon, there was, like, in Vendetta, whenever he's the alcoholic bum, it's like, that's not a believable continuation of Leon at all. Like, that's never been his personality, that's never been, like, I hate how they did that to him. I hate that version of Leon exists. The model looks cool. I think it's honestly one of his best looking models. Looks kind of homeless. I think he looks good. But, he is not at all, like, I can't believe that's supposed to be Leon after, I guess that takes place in between... Stop! Leave me alone!
Impertinent man!
Wow! But like, 6, if we forget about how 7 Chris exists, which unfortunately it does, but if we just pretend for a second that it doesn't, Resident Evil Village Chris and Resident Evil 6 Chris are like the best character evolution in the franchise. 6 Chris starts off like very... I mean, he's literally suffering from dissociative fatigue, or fugue, or whatever the hell they call it. From... This is gonna piss me off, ain't it? From his encounter with Carla, right, after losing his whole team and having them get turned into, the little chrysalis things. He's smaller than he was in 5, which was a needed, like, now he doesn't look like he's on steroids, just looks like maybe he's a father. And he's, you know, he's very troubled. Like, a lot throughout the Resident Evil 6 story, Chris has emotional outbursts. Like, he literally attacks at one point, like, pushes Piers up against a wall, and is, like, very unreasonable with him, even though Piers is in the right. Like, it's obvious he's a troubled soul. And then he finds himself at a bar, you know, for basically suffering memory loss, like suffering actual memory loss. They weren't able to find him for months. There's actually an email between, I think it's Claire and Piers in Revelations 2. You can find it. It's in the files. Where they talk, or not, it's between Claire and Sheva. Because of that bitch! It's just crazy. I also miss whenever they just said shit like that. Probably won't get that back ever again, unfortunately. But I think like that there's an email between Sheva and Claire, or it's Sheva and Piers. That's who it is. It's Sheva and Piers. You can look this up in Revelations 2. Let me see. Email from Sheva, Revelations 2. Let me see. I can just read this out. Because I know you get, like, an email from her. I don't know. Anyway, she basically talks about... Wait, is that it? Email from Sheva, Rev 2, Resident Evil. Yeah, so she's mentioned in an email from Piers Nivens to Claire Redfield. It's only a brief acknowledgement of her partner as Chris's, of her as Chris's former partner, and her concern from him after he goes missing. So there's a conversation between Piers and Claire, where Claire's like, "Hey, we should reach out to Sheva, see if she knows where this guy's at." But you know, and then it ends the game. He loses, like, his right hand man. He was literally going to pass the torch on to Piers, which he confirms in Death Island. He's talking to Jill in Death Island, and he says, like, I wanted him to take over, his exact words, I wanted him to take over after me. And so, you know, experiencing Piers' death is what made him keep fighting, because Chris has always, especially since Resident Evil 5, he's always been a character who is questioned if it's worth it. Like at the end of 5, he's like, or at the beginning, he's like, more and more I find myself wondering if it's all worth fighting for. And then at the end, he's like, for a world without fear, yeah, it is, or something like that. So like he's always been kind of questioning his decision to, you know, be involved, and then went on to create his own group after, you know, not aligning with the beliefs of the BSAA anymore, or Blue Umbrella for that matter. Went and created his own Hound Wolf squad. I believe he's still partnered with the BSAA, but he is not a fan of them. But it's like Chris from Resident Evil 6 is basically the same Chris from Resident Evil, or Resident Evil Village is basically Resident Evil 6 Chris. It's just he's older. He's out of that midlife crisis that 6 Chris was in. And he's kind of accepted that this is his life. Also, the model is a good, it's a good transition. It's believable that that's what Resident Evil 6 Chris would look like at an older age. And even in Village, Chris is literally like, while he's on the radio talking, I think it's Umber Eyes, he's like, when will it end? And then he's like, what, the mission? And he's like, all of it. So he's still, to this day, very, very iffy about his... I really think Chris is a complex character, and I think, Leon fanboy here, I love Leon to death, but I'll be the first to say that there are some characters who are overshadowed by Leon's popularity, and I think it's, I think it's a problem.
Bare your teeth at us.
And that's why I'm I'm not scared of us getting Chris, or Leon in Village. In fact, I would prefer to get Leon in Resident Evil 9, but that's just because I'm just a big Leon fan. I've always been a big Leon fan. I was the OG Leon fan, before it became a trend to be obsessed with him. I've always questioned bisexuality over this man, so I, definitely, if anyone wants Leon in 9, it's me. But I think, honestly, it might be good. I was healing. Honestly, it might be good for, another character to get the spotlight for once. Sorry, I took my phone. What'd you say, Caden? Let me see. I gotta take into account that Ethan died at the end of Village. Yeah, no, I mean, everybody wants Leon in Resident Evil 9. It's not even funny. It's, nuts. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure Ethan's death did take a big toll on him, especially because, it was... not completely Chris's fault, but, mostly Chris's fault that Ethan died. But also, you could argue that was going to happen either way. Ethan was going to get... he was going to get his daughter back, dude. There was no way around it. That was happening. Leave me alone, brother man.
Give up.
You shouldn't be able to attack that many times. I don't think that's fair. Get this shit out of my face! Goodness, dude. I should have upgraded this, but I'm gonna wait. Okay. I'm very uncertain as to where Leon's character is going to go, though, because without a Resident Evil 6 remake, I just don't see Resident Evil 6 going the same way as it does currently with this version of Leon we now have from the 4 remake. 4 remake Leon seems like he would shoot, beat the fuck out of Helena immediately. She starts doing that, I'll tell you at the cathedral shit, and Leon's just like, no, you'll tell me now, actually, is what you'll do. And then she tells him, and he's like, yeah, you're under arrest. Fuck you. And then the game is just bliss because you don't have Helena with you the whole time, and you can just truly enjoy Leon. God, dude. I actually have a video coming out where I fix Resident Evil 6.
Shall I give you the tour?
No?
Not bad.
Can I damage you out of here, please? Get real, moron. Who goes there? Bitch.
What have you done to my daughter?
That's a pretty scary moment, too. I remember the first time I heard that, I thought she was coming for me. That was really scary. Lady D, whenever she's not transformed, like, she's honestly terrifying following you around. Because she's not like a BOW like Nemesis or Mr. X. Like, she is an intelligent human being who has thoughts and awareness and wants you fucking dead. Yeah, I get it. You know, a game like this, those collectible trophies will fuck you up, man. The collectible trophies weren't too bad in Resident Evil 4 Remake, but, like, just imagine the Platinum Trophy in the 4 Remake if they just added, like, if they were like, now collect all files. You know what I mean? Like, dude. So glad. And maybe they're done with that. Maybe they're gonna, like, throw that out. Because, like, that trophy specifically is just bad. Like, I'm fine with having Goats of Warding, I'm fine with having Charlie dolls, I'm fine with having emblems, I'm fine with having this, having that. Do not make me pick up all 86 files in the game. There's no reason. I'm not going to read them. I'm not going to read those files. I never do. And I'm probably missing out on some very important information because of it, but I already know, like, enough to consider myself a Resident Evil whiz, so I'm not really worried about what Resident Evil Village's files have to offer. God, this fight's gonna suck, man. There's Moreau. You can see the factory if you glitch underground. I think they patched it, though, did they not? We could try it a few times if y'all wanted to. I mean, I don't know why they would have patched it, though, because I feel like that's a really, like...
Rose, where?
Like, it wasn't patched months after the game came out, so I don't know why they would have suddenly, you know, like, fixed it.
Do your worst.
But maybe, I don't know. Maybe they fixed it whenever the gold edition dropped. Because I can't pull it off anymore, and I used to be able to get it pretty consistently. Castle skip. Do it after this part. You have to get the like special key first, the Dimitrescu key. Or is it Iron Insignia? You need the Iron Insignia key or something like that, but once you get that, you're good. Still scared me even though I've seen it 50 times. Dimitrescu. Oh. Oh. And then she's gonna teleport down this hall. And suddenly you're awake. Ah! Dude! Holy shoot, dude. Sorry, but that, I need that. Huh. I hate that section so much. That's so stressful. I like... It's just like... And that is how absolutely no one knew that Ethan was fungus.
Good. Screw this castle.
I'm like, whatever, dude. This is nuts. Whoa. Whoa! Heyo. Listen here, bud. Last thing I need is you horsing around, okay? Yeah, perish, boy. Where are you come from? What? Do you guys infinitely spawn here? Because if y'all want to infinitely give me money, then go for it. Got the Dimitrescu key. We can go through this door now. I think we have, yeah. Alright, we can try the skip. I don't think it works anymore. Do y'all want to do this? Doesn't fit the lock. So am I just a fraud, I guess? Yeah, I guess I'm just a fake. And I'm not a real Resident Evil fan, and I don't know what's going on. Hello? I like turning my brain off and playing this game, but I hate thinking about how the story is canon. It's a really nice song. It's a really pretty song. I like that song. Allow me to be this way. To be this way, please. Be in the hallway. Not you.
Play with me some more.
Oh, shit. Did not know that summoned her. Does she normally do that?
Shall I choose something for you?
No! I fixed all of these. Oh, yeah, I did do it. Yeah.
This is all an investment, Ethan.
Okay. Alright, Duke. This is all an investment. I just
Your coin.
don't need that. whole another 1,000 damage.
Leave this to me.
And I shoot 0.2 seconds faster. This is fire. What are the parts for it? Steak. Steak and steak. Is there...
What are you buying? Just please come again.
coolest Easter egg, and he interrupted it, so... That's fine. Maybe I should put this in. Aha. Yaha.
I won't last until dinner.
What do you mean by that?
Yes!
The door's right here. See your way out of this conversation, bunny. Not in my house, right? Not in my house, right? Why did I start a new game? Why did I do that? I don't remember why I did that.
I was worried my sisters had gotten to
Oh, joy.
first.
I don't need to worry. Was that smart? Or was that... Fair. Fair. Kind of forgot what Resident Evil game I was playing for a second and thought I could stand on top of an explosive. Because like in 2 and 3 remake, you don't take blast damage.
I was worried my sisters had gotten
But... Oh, you're kidding.
You ruined the hunt! What? You were not!
Sick. You're mine. But I'm not. Said we were gonna try the glitch, but I don't. Let me just do it this way.
Crazy witch.
Perish boy. Is there any files in here? Probably. She is always there, and I can never get past her.
Wait long.
Wait long. Lady D, are you trying to seduce me? Because it is not working. I have a girlfriend. Am I tired? I can't tell if I'm tired right now. Ah, I hear footsteps. This one.
So you finally came to see. So mean.
Gotcha.
I don't want to die.
Too bad, too bad, too bad.
Sick of bugs.
That actually does make it crumble faster, by the way, in case you didn't know, like attacking it. Bro, I got up at 4:30 this morning. I didn't even go to the gym till like... What time is it? 12:41. Didn't even go to the gym till like... I don't know, I think I left here at 10, maybe? Probably. Sounds about right. Now we're doing this. There's 1, 2. 3. 4. 5. Resident Evil 6 reference, Resident Evil 6 reference, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 6. See, they love Resident Evil 6. They don't think they did anything wrong. I wonder if Capcom's ever publicly spoken about Resident Evil 6. Like, how it was poorly received. Like, specifically, if they've ever acknowledged that. I'm sure they have. At some point, somebody has. It wasn't any one person's fault, though. That was just destined to be a failure of a game. Because the concept of it doesn't work. Having 4 totally character-specific... Having 4 totally different character-specific, unique stories that connect into one big overarching plot just doesn't work. Can't wait to never see Jake Miller again. Those will be my last words. My last words will be, I told you he wasn't coming back. We're never getting Jake again. And that's fine. Jake is a fucking horrible character. I mean, okay, Jake as a character, he's not horrible, but, like, he's a horrible character idea. Like, why couldn't he have just been Jake? Why'd he have to be, like, Helena isn't, like, Chris's second sister or anything. Like, why did Jake have to be, like, Wesker's blood? You know what I mean? Like, would have been better if he just wasn't. But he is. So... I just don't find it believable that Jake, or Wesker settled down with an Earth woman. Because as much as he talks about people being unworthy, I don't know if he thought anyone was worthy enough of, like, having his kid. Especially not, like, a regular old feeble human. Let us give you our bow.
Stupid man thing!
Fuck your face! Fuck your face!
You run!
Gotcha. Look, this is our biggest weakness. Door animations.
I will become eternally beautiful. You're finished! You're finished!
Get me the fuck out of here. Actually, this is Rage, right? No!
Those little arms and legs.
Don't talk about my arms and legs like that. I work hard in the gym for these appendages, you know. Are we having a staring contest right now? Are you? I've been trying to get you to stop and talk to me, man. It doesn't have to be this way. I think we'd get along. I mean, look at you. You're that, and I'm... Do you mean what you said about my arms and legs? You're not exactly carrying a lot either. Oh wow. Can we just stain her whole shit? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, let's just like... This is the equivalent of like egging someone's house, I feel like. Like, let's just cover her in bullet holes. God. Yeah, you're gonna need a new dress. This one's tailored too, isn't it? Yeah, you're gonna... Gosh. Oh, dude, she's gonna be pissed. Wait till she finds out I'm shooting her.
You wish to make a purchase?
Hello, Duke. Nothing's happening. Nothing here to see.
Dissatisfied? I believe this is a fair price. Pay me no mind.
I didn't say anything, so... Prom fired.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you!
You'll make the best vintage yet.
Okay. Who is home? Who is this guy? Who's that fella there?
Match is
Inside. Please tell me. Yes.
You'll die a painful death.
This is gonna be easy. It's not fully upgraded though, so I know this is gonna be not easy at all. Too bad. Not sure why I used that there, but move all. Yes. I forget you do go out of caution once you've been in it for so long. There we go. There we go. There we go. These direct shots are doing so much for me. Cool. Give me something, dude. Time to die.
Every last morsel.
Don't eat me up, yo. Got her.
You're the one who's cursed.
Yeah. He doesn't know, does he? She got hedge clippers on hers. It's funny because her original character model was gonna have hedge
I'm getting out of
clippers
this place.
as like her primary weapon.
Rose.
What would your primary weapon be if you were a Resident Evil enemy? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I might call it here, because I'm sleepy, man. I can't even lie, I'm tired. I hope you guys enjoyed, as always. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Got plenty of content on the way. I've got 2 video ideas that are going to be pretty good that I plan to make. So, yeah.